Alright guys, so once again, my name is MacDeal. My handle is MacDeal VBA. We're going to be doing a quick tutorial. There's not a lot of people, but share this out. So if you do have any questions, if you want me to go over some of the coding, or if you have any other coding that you want me to go over, feel free to leave it on the message box, either on Facebook or on YouTube, or you could send me a message on my email, MacDealVBA, or find me on any other. And I'll be definitely doing more videos, more live videos, so that we can interact. You can ask me questions, maybe you're stuck on something, and we can help each other out. You can help me, and I can help you. So again, here is a small training that I set, and in this one we're using filters, removing duplicates, copying, creating worksheets, clearing filters, different macro buttons, and so forth, and even name range. We have a little name range here. But I'm not going to explain everything. I'm just going to demonstrate what the macro is doing, and hopefully in my upcoming videos we will start going line by line or section by section of the coding. Basically, we have some small data set here, name, state, age of just a small random data set that I created. And I have a little filter macro that is running here. Don't worry about the Spanish text. But basically, I am filtering based on state, so column B. And then whatever I filter out, I copy that information into a copy tab here, or output tab, whatever we want to name it. But in this case, we call it copy. All right, so I have Florida. If I hit filter, and there you go, we go to copy data tab, and we see all records from Florida back. If we copy more information for Florida, and us, we say Florida, and we say 87, and we say Kevin, and we say Florida, and then we say 27, and then we say Jordan or George, Florida. I'm showing you guys quickly, and then we hit again filter, and now you see that we have more data. Now, one of the things that I don't like, and we go back to main, we see that our little main page here is still filtered. It's a little weird. Then we have a clear filter here. He sets that everything kind of back. But if you notice a flickering, and then we have also this back button here that just takes us back to the main sheet. You notice here there's a little flickering, so you want to get rid of that flickering. It makes our coding a lot more efficient, more faster. So if we go here, assign, so I right click, go assign macro kind of to edit, or I could just go straight to the developer Visual Basics, but then I gotta find that macro, the name of that macro. So normally it just take me straight to that macro. Is a little shortcut to just take me straight to that macro. So filter in Spanish, but here it is. It's looking at a range A1 through C, dynamic range here, counting end and going up. So it finds based on column A, my last row, and then sets that as my current range. And then filters based on column 2, which is B, for my name range here, state, which is this name range here. So if I move this anywhere else, my name range goes with it. Right, so it filters with this, and then it does some sorting. We can make this a little bit more dynamic, but yes, if you have more than 13 records, it will not work. We haven't really gotten to that point, but this is not as dynamic. I copied this coding, but I did tweak it a little bit. And then it clears my output sheet here, which is my copy sheet, which I should rename. Output. Or rename it, because keep it consistent, save this. clears that sheet, and then copies the only visible cells into my output range A1. That's basically all that's doing. And then it selects that output sheet so that we go here. And then when we go back, basically just selects the main sheet and clears filters. Okay, so that's it. What I wanted to show you guys is going back to the flickering. So I don't want to flicker. If I go back to my coding, where's my coding? Right here. I want to say application dot screen updating equals false. This will eliminate the screen from updating or flickering, and then I'm going to set that to true at the very end so that it resets at the very end. So now if I click this, it's just nothing. You don't see any stuttering. It's just back and forth. And that's it. So that makes your code a lot efficient, especially if you have a long macros or multiple macros and they're doing more things. There's a big data set. You're saving Excel resources or Excel computing resource, which is always good, and making your coding faster. I'm trying to see if, okay, we're good so far. We started at the 12-minute mark. All right, so next thing that I do here that I did in one of my other videos is that, okay, now I filter information, put on an output tab. But I don't want to start clicking every time and saying, oh, let me see New York, let me see New Jersey, let me see blah, 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 and so forth and so forth. I want to just give me all the information on separate pages here so that maybe I could print it out separately, all like everything from Florida, whoever's from Florida, separately, and let's make this a little bit more Florida, and so forth and so forth. So we created that macro, which is now saying grab this data, this state, and I'll do it manually so you guys can see. We'll put it here. Grab this, and now say data, remove duplicates. This is a little bit consolidated, so where's my remove duplicates? My computer's going a little bit weird. All right, but I can't see it. Bear me. Hold on 1 second. Where's my? Here we go. We'll do it based on one column, and there we go. So this is what we want to get finally. So what I do is I create that with the macro, remove my duplicates, and I paste it here on a temp tab, and then I cycle through each one and create a sheet for each and filter the data and paste that data. Okay, that was a little mouthful. So that's basically what we're doing. Okay. So if I show you that, let's get it back here. It's this macro here. Assign, edit. So it's kind of the same thing, but here's where it removes the duplicates here. So it copies everything into a temp tab, removes duplicate. Now set to my new range, and then for each state in this range, so for each state that I have, then I have a little error where the second time the sheet's already created, I don't want to recreate it, so I want to avoid that error. And so forth. So it goes for each state, filters the information, can paste it there. We'll see it in action now, output, and there we go. So you see all of these states got created. One for each sheet with the appropriate data. Here we go. Florida has all those values, so forth and so forth and so forth. And now every time we add data here, it will replace the sheets if it's there. So like say for example, if we deleted a few records from Florida, If we delete it, or let's not delete it, but just cut it out from that range, and hit output. Now if we go back to Florida, there we go. We only have that data set. If we add 1 back and we hit output, now you see that it shouldn't matter at this point. If we add all of them back, Florida, there we go, we have them all back, so and so forth. So you just keep on adding records here, more people, registering more people in different states, and if the state is not there, let's see at our temp tab, we have all of these states. We don't have anything with a, let me think, like, so Virginia, we don't have Virginia. So if I add Martha from Virginia, and she is 22. We hit output. Now we have Virginia added in here. But if we delete all of them and we hit output, it should all be kind of listed, not in any particular order, not sorted. So there you have it. So that's what it does. And then this one actually just show you again. It goes to this 10 tab and deletes all these sheets based on this list here. And that coding is right there, delete, yes, here. And we need this statement, application displays alert equal false. Otherwise, we will get a prompt telling us, do you want to delete for each sheet? No, we don't want that in order to avoid any like this Excel prompts. And this is why it's a pain. We use this statement as saying application display alert false because we actually want to delete it. What we can do, we could say is message box, and then we could say, are you sure you want to, I mean, you could not just a message box, but more like a more of like okay, not okay, but just a yes or no answer. And then if you say yes, then do the coding. If no, we'll do that in the next thing, but we won't do that now. It will probably take some time. My next video will probably do that. Add message answer, add message answer prompt. Because sometimes you want to make sure that the person wants to actually delete. We have the last one that did not delete. So we'll do that in our next video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Again, you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Follow us on Facebook, VBA, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you, and see you next time.